Would you rather accidentally send a nude to your mom or accidentally send a nude to your boss?
What? Like, I cannot find an advantage of either one of those. Like, I can't even think of, like, I can't be like, well, yeah, that both would just be terrible. Man, that's what I went to my homeboy bachelor party, like, I don't even remember when that was. It was like a couple years ago. Bro, the section, they was like, oh yeah, you know, get in the section. I'm already like, bro, I don't drink. I'm gonna go simply because y'all my peoples and, you know, we stepping out.
Right, the occasion.
Bro, they said the section was like 5 bands.
Alright, y'all boys.
It wasn't my head too, bro. So I was like, it wasn't even like I couldn't leave because I didn't want to drive.
Right.
So I'm just like, we really finna do this? Yeah. All right.
So y'all did that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And like, I was with my homies, my people, so I was like, I mean, that's cool being with them and stuff, but I was like, bro, I would have had just as much fun, like, at the crib.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. My stomach would have been hurting the whole night. I would have been bringing it up to everybody, bro. We just spent $5,000 on this. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Likkle Table. I'm your host, your favorite neighborhood roster, and we are here for episode number 37. And this week, I decided to bring a very special guest, the homie, Mr. Pacos, Eric.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
Appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir. I appreciate love you for making that drive.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, I know that Orlando traffic ain't nothing to play with, that boy.
So you gotta support the homies, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely.
A lot of people would, like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You gotta look out. You know, we from the same place, bro. You gotta hold it down.
It's definitely much love, much love. It's been a minute since we done linked up.
Yo, man, that was back in the, like, movie.
Yeah. The last time we did was the movie release.
Oh, it's 2018, bro.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, like, I be forgetting it was, like, that long ago.
You know what's wild? I still listen to that album to this day.
It's that was such a crazy point in life. Like,
and you know, you can kind of tell through the music. I feel like that's why I mess with it so much.
Yeah, that was
it resonated. Yeah,
that was definitely like. At the time, I shouldn't say I didn't know what I was doing for the music side of it. Like, we was doing the movie, the documentary movie, and the music all at the same time. So like, the music was probably the only thing that I really had. I guess I should say like a grasp on.
Yeah.
Like I really knew what I was doing. Like the other stuff was my people's with me, like, you know, Greg, Chris, all of them. They was really the ones that was like guiding me with that. So I think even just in that process, it was like I was wearing multiple hats. I'll be going from like, we was just staying all over the place. So I wouldn't be staying at like one place here. We go to, we was in Jacksonville, we went to Daytona and Orlando, and it was just like, dang, it's like I'm having to think like in a creative way, I guess a different way. So then that was like when I got to the music, it was like, all right, I can almost relax because like I know how to do this a little bit.
But this is my stilo.
Yeah, but the other one, so that was crazy. And plus, I was going through a crazy breakup. I was tripping. I was in Jacksonville. That was also like I was tripping there.
Yeah.
And then so it was just like, which looking back on it, I wouldn't do nothing different. Like, it definitely was like one of them things that I looked at like,
you needed it.
I needed that, and also like he gave me a perspective. I feel like, you know, a lot of people just be like, oh, they can just do some stuff, and you really can, but like, it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process.
The little baby steps, they matter. Like, people be trying to take too much at one time, pause, and it don't turn out.
Yeah, I be telling people one thing that I definitely learned from like making music, all that stuff. People be so hung up on like the little stuff that don't work out, but don't know that has to happen. Literally. It has to, like, I tell everybody, if it go too smoothly, it's gonna be something crazy. Something, when something do go bad, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But when you have the hiccups and you can correct it, you can learn as you go, it make it so like when you get to the end, even if it is something you kind of prepare. Because I done had situations where I'm like, oh, this is going smooth, it's perfect, and then
bang,
blow up in your face.
Yeah.
So
tell people a little bit about yourself, brother. Where you from? Well, I know that. But
So, I'm from Daytona. I really was I was born in Derbyshire. I used to live on Edith, and then I moved to South Daytona. Well, I moved around a little bit. I was with my mom in Tallahassee for a little bit. Then we had stayed with my uncle, but then I moved to South Daytona. I was there for the most part, and then all up until going to college, going to Orlando. Then I moved to Jacksonville and back to Orlando because. Hey, anybody from Jacksonville, y'all got it?
Yeah.
Love y'all got it.
Had to get up out of there.
I had to go. Y'all is too much for me.
It's like if you're not from there, you don't even need to.
Listen,
get from around.
Listen, you need to. I'm sure that people probably come here and may say something like that, but I know that was.
I ain't gonna lie though, we're not as and I'm not speaking personally because I've never had any negative encounters whenever I've gone to Jacksonville. However, it's only because I feel like of the places that I went and the times that I went there. The only times I've been in Jacksonville is going to the zoo or the Orange Park Mall.
Yeah. See, and you're right. If you can navigate it. You definitely can navigate it, but I feel like a lot of people don't be trying to navigate.
Yeah, they be there too long.
That and then you know how people get. They want to get wrapped up in everything, and that'll get it. Cause I was in a good area, and then you start. I was kind of in a similar situation for most of the time. I ain't really have nothing negative happen to me for a minute, but I was seeing a lot of it's crazy.
Yeah.
Bruh, how does this even go down? And then, I started kind of hanging around some of the wrong people for a minute. And that, I'm going to be real, that was one of the things that definitely was I gotta go. I gotta go. Because you just start seeing how bad it is. That, we all got homies here that was probably on something that they shouldn't have been on. But, we can kind of get past that. But there, it's that's a different animal.
Right.
That's a different animal.
And if those are the people that you met when you got there, those are the only people you know. So
literally,
what are you gonna do?
And that was my issue.
Yeah.
I had a couple friends that I worked with, but they really had lived far from me. It was 30, 40 minutes from me.
Yeah.
So then on that side, it's I see them really at work in a couple times, but then for the most part, it's whoever I kind of met on my side of that was where I was at, and that how quickly some things can go south. Especially just being around people you think cool, it don't end up being like that.
Yeah, you never know what people really into.
Exactly.
Who they into it with, all kind of stuff, and you just being around them,
you adopt their problems, you adopt their situations.
Mm-hmm.
You be like, man, I won't even.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
You become guilty by proximity.
Exactly. So I was seeing where stuff was heading, and I was like, all right, yeah.
Definitely good you made that choice, but. So where you graduated from?
Full Sail with music, man.
Okay.
Which, it was cool. Me and Greg was there. That's some things I don't want to say I ain't believe in the whole college, you meet, but I really met some of my real good homies and a lot of people I had learned a lot from.
Yeah.
Being there. And it it give you also just learn. I feel like a lot of people don't be they hear one thing or they think of a certain way, but I really learned a lot being in school.
Yeah, I feel like they more so get wrapped up in just the books and stuff, and not necessarily the experiences, the people you meet, the things that happen around you, the stuff that you can soak up from other people's experiences from all over the world. Me going to Cookman for the few years that I did taught me. I ran into some very interesting characters.
Oh, I know you did.
Yeah, to say the least. There was a couple like-minded individuals. A lot of them were just, getting out on their own from under their parents, so they didn't know how to act.
Yeah, and that was a cool thing. And like you said, people get real focused on the books. Obviously, that's important.
Right.
It ain't. But I think also as an individual, you got to kind of see, because still college is structured.
Right.
It's structured. So you gonna, it is different from high school and all that, but you still like kind of following structure. It ain't completely like real life,
Right.
but you can still have them experience with people. Man, I got my homeboy Zay, he from Louisiana, like just a whole different like way of looking at stuff,
Right.
you know. And we wasn't even on no crazy shit. We was just like, bro, we'll be making music all the time, like, and just really seeing like he grew up like not only grew up, but he's still in the church in terms of like playing music and stuff. So seeing that like side of music, you know, from being like a person that make rap, and then seeing someone like that can make that type of music, but came from there. It's just it's cool, and I think that was one of the biggest learning experiences. I had just like I was trying stuff. Like we was like I said, that's really like my first idea for the whole movie thing. Kind of started there. Like a lot of the music stuff just started there. You know, I was doing little shows and all that stuff, so it was cool. And I definitely say like, don't go to school for no reason.
Right.
I say that like, don't just
Go to school just to go.
I'm gonna be real, like I wasn't 100% sure on it, but I think I ended up lucking up a little bit, getting a little lucky. Like I was kind of rocking with the music and like I was interested in that, so it ended up working out. But I think, but like I feel like people get like the stigma, like, oh, you know, school this that, right? If you like, bro, you can go to school for whatever you want, really. So it's like find your interest and then like kind of align yourself with that, and then like you gonna meet people. That's the thing, you gonna meet people that's like you.
And then at that point, it's not gonna feel like you're going to school because you're really just retaining information that you would anyway if you was doing it on your own.
Exactly. And then that's the thing. Like we like I feel like we're just so used to how school is and high school and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like it gets more to where you can be like, dang, I'm using this for this. I was learning how to like record and engineer music, and then doing it for my own music.
Right.
So now it's like, oh, okay, like I have a reason to learn this.
Exactly.
I see where this works. I see that, and I think that like that put me in a space of like, oh, okay, like yeah, this is cool. Cause I like I said, I mean, it was definitely some times I was like, damn, I'm sick of this. But for the most part, I was like, cool. I was like, man, I'm learning how to make music. I'm meeting people to make music. I'm around, and that was the thing. I was doing stuff nonstop that I was like, I guess you could say I was like doing on the side before.
Right.
I was working.
So you kind of made your hobby like.
Yeah, and when I was in school, I was really able to do that. It was like I could sit there and focus like all the time. I was going to school to learn how to do something, to go home and practice it. And then it was like I had assignments where I could be like, all right, I'm finna make a song, and I'm finna just, that can be, it'll work both ways.
Right.
And I just think that's something like a lot of people don't be thinking about. When they think of college, they think of like, all right, I gotta be a doctor. Like
a lawyer.
Like they think them, but it's like, bro, it's so much out there. It's so, bro, people make video games, everything.
That's big business now too. Video games, anything to do with streaming, anything that has to do with technology, really. You there's no time soon that you'll run out of things to do.
Yeah, and you think about like when we was jits, we wouldn't need like. And I can't blame them, but our parents weren't telling us to do this because it was like it was a hobby.
Yeah,
they didn't even really know, like, but we know now, like, And then it's what's good is that we doing it because like people watching you, people watching your shit, people seeing you doing it, people being like, oh, I know, but man, let me try. And then that's the thing is that's the good part. I feel like people be quick to call like get mad at somebody copying them or something, but bro. Like that's how we learn, and it's like you gotta push it forward. It ain't all about like it's cool to be the first person. It's cool to get noted, but you want people to like. Well, they say the top is lonely. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want them to be lonely. You want to make sure like you open the doors for people. So people, I'm saying like this shit's cool. I don't. You know how many times I thought about a podcast and didn't do it, but it's like you thought about it and it was like I'm gonna get this shit done.
Yeah, it all stemmed from just watching podcasts all the time, and just different ones, informational, comical, in between, and like taking all that information and starting to study it more so, like the equipment that they were using, all the edits that they might have been doing, any cuts, and just making everything my own.
Yeah, cause you listen. This is what I'm saying. Like people like you go far because it's about learning and about like I guess like putting yourself forward and doing it for like you, obviously for other people, for you, man. Like a lot of people don't even look at it that far. They don't even get that far. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at like, oh, I gotta have this. I gotta look at this. They be like, man, I'ma just.
You know what helped change my mindset from that? The book right there, Atomic Habits. It kind of like it microdosed a lot of information and made it relatable. Like it it kind of made me upset because it was saying stuff that I should have known, but it was breaking it down into like ways that I might not have thought about it before.
Yeah.
Like as far as the phrase itself, Atomic Habits, is pretty much saying how small habits can make a big difference. So it was teaching you how to like break bad habits and acquire new ones, and like not necessarily focus on the main goal like we was talking about earlier, but the steps it takes to get there, so you can always congratulate yourself on the next level. You never get complacent, and you don't disappoint yourself when you don't achieve what you think you should achieve at a certain point.
Yeah, that's crazy that you were able to absorb that, because that's something like I think I still struggle with like, now.
Yeah.
I like, you set a goal and you be like, man, like I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then and it's like you don't get that it's a process. And I mean I think that's something that's like everybody. I feel like that's what end up stopping people from reaching certain heights, because it's like I think that we don't always realize how long roads can be,
right?
Like in terms of like what we want or what we're trying to do. So sometimes in our head we be like, oh, it's gonna be boom, 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 and I'm gonna be there. That don't mean, and it ain't always like that. Yeah. But that don't necessarily mean you like behind.
Right.
It just don't.
You
that
just
may
on your time.
Yeah, and that just may not be the process. But I think we just be so caught up in like, I gotta get there, I gotta get there, I gotta get there. We don't even.
I think a lot of that is social media is probably to blame for a lot of that too.
Oh, yeah.
Like people comparing their lives on the other lives people portray, because 9 times out of 10 the stuff that people post online is not what's going on for real. Like everybody has problems, but nobody posts their problems. They only post the good times.
Yep.
So they get so caught up in the facade that they let the problems like deter them from reaching the good stuff.
Yep. That's what like I would say, like I hear people be like, oh, social media this, and that's I feel like that's the biggest problem with social media. Like problem, I say, well, I guess how we use social media.
Yeah. Because
inherently, social media is it's a tool.
Yeah.
The same way a map, like it's not bad or good. It is how we use it.
Right.
And it's true. And I think that like I noticed that like a while ago. I'm like, man, like this is just it's like a highlight reel. Like you know what I'm saying? You can like you watch highlights of sports and you be like, they ain't like this, and you never know. Somebody had 50 points and 20 turnovers. And it's like, but you just seen the 50 points.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, that's good. So that's why, like, I try to take social media as not seriously as possible.
Yeah.
Like, and what I mean by that is like, I get everything. I get the importance of like politics, everything that's going on. But I also get that so much of like social media and people, they ain't even really standing for what they believe in. They just like, if somebody's over here, I'm gonna be over here.
Right.
So I'm gonna just oppose you.
Right.
And that's like,
they like to argue.
Yeah, that, and like you say, people only post like good stuff, which is fine to an extent, but I feel like they get to a certain point where people just be trying to shit on other people.
Right.
Like,
right.
Look what I got that you can't have or you don't got. And it's like, it's one thing to be like, oh, it's cool, but it's like people be posting stuff to just be like, yeah, you can't have this.
Yeah, it's the difference between posting like you can do this too, and then opposed to posting like, yeah, you can't do this.
Yeah, like you can't like this is a real tiny trivial shit, and I know that I'm finna sound crazy for saying this, but I be seeing people like, and they be jokes sometimes, but people be like, they'll post a plate of some food, they be like, oh, where you got it? They be like, oh nah, like, bro, it's food, dog. Like, what you like? Come on, man.
Gatekeeping.
Like, yeah, you finna gatekeep some food, bro. Like, that's like, you for real, like
you don't want to get this business more people, like.
Come on, and that's like that be so corny to me, and that's why like, people be tripping. Like, I try to like balance social media for myself, like what I post, because I feel like you can convince yourself that your life is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, if you sit there and post on Instagram or whatever all day, like only the good shit, you'll convince yourself that everything cool.
Yeah.
And like that's like worse than convincing somebody else.
I was about to say, because at that point you have to continue to live up to that.
Exactly. And that's right. I'm the first person to post some like crybaby shit, like some like this shit's so hard.
Oh yeah, I posted when my first e-bike got stolen. I posted every time I got a flat tire. I'm very transparent.
Bro, I be quick to be like, man, this kid.
Because I do that to let people see, like, I go through stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm human just like everybody else is, but I'm still doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, and I would hate to be like you said, get to a point where I feel like I gotta live up to something that's like not me.
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's cool to post your wins, the stuff you like, but I also am not finna like act like every day is
It's just
sunshine.
a win. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every day ain't perfect, and we all know that. And that's the thing is, we all operate on this guise like we don't know the truth.
Right.
Like, we know every day has not been great for you. I don't care how many times you post. Like, come on,
something's wrong.
Exactly. Every now and then,
whether it be mental, physical, financial, spiritual.
and you ain't gotta be nothing big.
Right.
It's so small, like you said. It might be a flat tire.
Yeah.
That ain't the end of the world. It's annoying,
but it's just a minor inconvenience.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like that's something that I definitely like. Bro, I'm in the middle of a move that, bro. Been kicking my ass. Bro, I've been I ain't even see. Matter of fact, I ain't even been posting shit because I've been like, bro, like, work, move, sleep, work, move. Man, but it's like, I don't know. People just they don't want to be like, I guess, authentic. And I mean, I guess we don't put enough pressure on each other with stuff. So.
Yeah. All right. I think we can go ahead and get us to the would you rather now.
Ah, shit.
First question. Would you rather see your mom's internet history or your dad's internet history?
My mom, she barely know how to use it. I'm lying. She finna see this and be like, bro, you lying on me. but like, yeah, my mom, because my mom will look up is like, she send me everything she look up. She be looking up my mom, and I feel like everybody, she be on TikTok, and she think, I'm so sorry, Mom. She think dumbest videos is so funny, and then she be saying the same thing about me. But my mom would send me just like, it'll be
random.
It'll be like most random times. It'll be like 12 o'clock at night, and she'll send it to me. And this is what she'll do. She'll send it to me, and if I don't respond in 1 second, she call me and be crying, laughing like, Eric, you gotta watch the video I just sent you. And then I'll be like, all right. I'm gonna call you. She's no, watch it while I'm on the phone. I'll be like, no. So I know everything. She finna send me that. It be some motivational stuff, and then like some cooking. So my mom for sure. Really though, either one of both of them. My daddy don't. All my dad do is fish.
Okay.
So with my mom.
Yeah, see, I feel like our parents live different lives. I think I'd look at my mom's internet history still before my father's, because I feel like his might be a little freaky. That man's still out here having babies, so I know he
got it rough.
Yeah. I'll definitely take mom's internet history, definitely. All right, next question. Would you rather never age and live forever, or live in reverse like Benjamin Button?
That's crazy. Dude, man. See, okay, wait, so you said the first one, I never age.
No, but you live for it.
And, I'm the age I'm at, like, right now?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you could pick the age, but you're that age forever.
See, they finna say I'm going too deep on this, but that shit is low-key sad, because you finna watch like,
all your love.
Yeah, and like, at some point, if you live forever, you gonna forget them.
Yeah.
So that's sad, but also like, the Benjamin Button, like, bro, I was a dumb jit. So and I know that now. So I'm gonna be like, dang, I'm getting closer to getting stupider. Like,
it's not looking too good for me, y'all. But
I'm gonna have to say. Benjamin Button? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say Benjamin Button, but I mean okay, this crazy, and I'm finna stand on this, and I know it's crazy, and I know it don't make no sense. I know, but this is gonna be my justification. I'm gonna pick the live forever, because what if time travel get invented, and I can go back in time, so I can see my loved ones. There you go. So it's crazy, it don't, but. If I
it makes sense.
If I could live forever.
Because, I mean, time travel is going to eventually become a thing.
There you go.
If it isn't already.
We talking
That's
about
that.
Hey, listen, don't even get me started on that. But so, yeah, I'm gonna pick the
live forever?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was tough.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Benjamin Button's crazy.
That's crazy. Because, like, I don't know
like
what
you born and you look old as hell.
And like at least like I know what I was like as a jit, and I kind of know. But bro, what if I'm like really tripping? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what I'm gonna be going through in the '80s. So damn. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the live forever.
Heard. All right, next question. Would you rather wake up naked in a forest 5 miles from home, or wake up in your underwear at work?
I live in Orlando, bro. So that's that 5 miles in Orlando. That's a busy 5 miles to get through. Like, so okay. You know what? I'm finna wake up in my underwear at work.
Yeah, I think I'm going
because like where I work, it's nah. What I was finna say was finna make what I work sound crazy. I work in the medical field, so I was finna say like, oh, where I work, people be in their underwear, but that was finna sound crazy. But I work in the medical field, so it's like
you can get a pair of scrubs or something.
Yes, I'm saying I can get something real quick.
Yeah,
I'm definitely choosing that. I ain't trying to be in Orlando, but that's what I'm saying. I don't even know where, man. They got it.
Oh no. All right. Next question. Would you rather there be no search engines or no social media? I think that question is fairly prevalent to this.
So, which I don't know if no search engines. No search engines. Because, like, you can find out everything on social media. Nice.
Yeah, and I was thinking too, like, social media, it kind of puts things in your face that you wouldn't think to search.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then if you can still talk to people, you going to find out.
The truth.
Like, find out what you need to find out one way or another.
Yeah.
But, like, if you take away social media, which I ain't saying that's the worst thing, but, like,
it definitely have its benefits.
Yeah, but, like, you think about how much, like, we connect because of social media.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, I mean, we was jits, we ain't have it, but, like, imagine now. You'll be like, it will feel very different. It will feel very different.
And like I said, not all that is bad.
It ain't all bad. It's just different.
Yeah.
I would say it's different. And I think it could change a lot. I mean, yeah. I definitely think.
Yeah, I think it might be too sudden of a change. Like,
yeah.
Just wake up one day and no social media.
Like, you think you got people that you only know from social media.
Yeah, only contact through social media.
Yeah,
and
and then
then numbers. Like.
It's people I hoop with. I don't even know their name.
Yeah.
I just know they. Oh, I'm gonna hit them on Instagram. But yeah, you gonna pull up? Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely say no search engines. I'll figure the rest out. I'll go to the library.
I read books.
That's what I'm saying. So.
All right, last question. Would you rather accidentally send a nude to your mom or accidentally send a nude to your boss?
I cannot find an advantage of either one of those. Like I can't even think of like I can't be like, well, if that both would just be terrible. Okay. I'm gonna say, and this is crazy, I'm gonna say my boss because I can just quit. I can just quit and I ain't never got to see them again.
Yeah.
And it's I'm just quit, never see them again.
Or I was gonna say I say the boss, and I just send a text immediately afterwards, like, "Oh my bad, I meant to send that to somebody else."
That's what I'm saying. You can do that, yeah. But like, I feel like you got
and
options.
If it's a female, like but hey, if you like what you see.
But it's like,
and if it's a dude, my bad, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you got some outs there.
Yeah.
With your mom.
Granted, that's your mom's. Like, she done seen it before, but that's when you were a child.
And now you
like
got
a
a
baby.
like Thanksgiving coming up.
Yeah.
You can't.
And then especially if she don't respond, and you know the message went through. Oh my anxiety. My anxiety.
I'm finna like, matter of fact, you know how they be putting the tapes on the computer? I'm finna tape on my camera. I don't care what it is, bro. Now you done got me stressed. I can't do it.
Well, that was this week's Would You Rather segment.
Listen. That was what I was most nervous for.
Yeah, the Would You Rather.
I was like, you finna kill me.
Yeah, I think that's the most like on the spot out of all the segments, because you really got to think about your responses. But it'd be interesting to see how like different people view things differently.
That's rough. Time travel, I think that would be time travel work out. Yeah, I love forever. If I can time travel, you
just go back to whatever the hell you want to go back to.
Exactly. I'm trying to see some dinosaurs.
From a distance, like if I'm all the way over here, like if this is the island, I'm like all the way over here, and they like over there.
And then, bro, you can bring stuff with you, bro. If I bring think about when was Genghis Khan, like when he was running shit. I pull up with like.
Oh yeah, we wiped Genghis Khan.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, bro.
But doing that though, like, don't you think that would like alter
so then
the present future?
That depends. Like it depends on which like
the butterfly effect.
Yeah, like which like time paradox thing we're gonna do, because it could, or it could just make a whole new like timeline type thing. I'm just saying, like, I could have.
But what if in that different timeline, time travel wasn't invented when it was in the first one, and then you just stuck now and.
So I guess.
But I mean, you still live forever, so you're gonna be around when they come back.
Yeah, but yeah. Dang, that's crazy to think of. Think about what if like what if it's happening? Like, what if it's somebody that's just like...
Honestly, don't think it's a what if. I more so feel like it's a who.
Okay.
Like, it might be somebody that's made themselves known to us and just not in the way that we expect. Like, not on some I'm a time traveler type stuff, but on some like, I got the knowledge, or I done been here before.
And then, like, I had read this thing a long time ago. What if, like you were saying, like, if you go back, change something, then to change the future, right? Mm-hmm. What if the person that did that, and this is the best outcome?
Oh my God!
You think about that. That's what's crazy. Like
that makes you feel so fortunate about what's going on right now.
Could you imagine? It's like everything, like the history we know, everything that we know is the best possible outcome for life. Think about how crazy that would be, like, and you couldn't even fathom how bad it really could be. That's
right.
Like,
and to even think about how bad things were back then.
Exactly, and to think that is still like the best way possible.
Right.
That would be crazy. Like if some one person came back and was like, I'm gonna fix everything, but the only way to fix as much stuff as possible is how it is right now. That'd be crazy.
See, yeah, don't get me started on the time trying to talk stuff. Well, see, I don't usually have individuals that I can have conversations like that with.
I be thinking like, that'd be like, it's just too much.
Too much coincidence.
Yeah, and it can't be a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so, I guess it's so much unknown. Like we still, and it's like, if you think about how advanced we are, advanced, and I guess it's like, relative to an extent,
Yeah.
but like how advanced we are, and it's still so much we just don't know.
And that's what I was like thinking, like other life forms might feel like we're just like so mediocre.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. Like, it's only one of two options, and they both are terrifying. Yeah. And they be like, oh, I'm like, either we the only things ever, or
which means that when this is over, that's it.
Yeah, or it's a bunch of other stuff out there and we don't know it. We're like, which one is scarier? You imagine like if it just everything just is done, or it's some other stuff out there.
I feel like they be like putting a lot of messages and stuff in TV shows and movies too.
Yeah.
Like, cause where do y'all get these ideas from?
Hey, listen, I be feeling like that too.
Like how you know what an alien look like? How we know how a dinosaur sound?
And my thing is like, okay, if you keep going back and back and back and back, like the idea of an alien. Obviously, like some things could be, misconstrued through time, but like the idea of something else, like it couldn't have just. Like, you just thought about it. Yeah. Just like a random dude just thought about it one day. And it was just like, oh,
I'm gonna make a movie about this.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even just like, you keep going back, you gotta be like, something had to make somebody be like, nah, I seen something crazy. And I just.
Because otherwise, that person would be crazy for even thinking about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like to make this into something.
And you gotta like, obviously, people can be gullible, but how gullible could, like, I don't know. It's just like I'm not a big conspiracy theorist person, because I be feeling like on one level, like people be thinking they're way more important than what it is.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, the government ain't watching you like that. I'm telling you that.
Hey, you out here selling weed. Sit down.
I'm saying, bro, listen. You work like come on, bro. Like, bro, the government not watching me like that. I ain't like, it ain't nothing to.
I'm not important enough.
Exactly. Okay. And people don't be wanting to hear that though.
Yeah.
People don't be wanting to admit that. It's like, oh, conspiracy theorist, brother, you work at Citgo.
Granted, there might be some people that are going through that, but
more than likely, you ain't one of them. Like, they they take your fingerprints. I'm like, bro, you got an iPhone.
Bro, I just watched On Patrol Live not too long ago and seen a dude get pulled over. Well, not even pulled over. They stopped him because he was at a house, like on the outside of the house, with a Burger King crown on, a dirty white T-shirt, and some dingy pants, telling these people that he worked for the CIA and he lost communication with control.
Alright, man. Alright, dog.
I said, if y'all don't lock this man up,
bro, like, and you know what? People be latching on that. They be like, hey, you see, he figured it out. Mm-hmm. No.
He's rocked out.
Buddy on dog food. Yeah. You trying to tell me, like, come on, man. No. That's why I be like, man, that, it's just like, realistically, you probably ain't that important.
Right.
I'm sorry. I know it hurt. And then me too. I ain't saying you alone in this. Right. But like, bro, we not, like the government not sitting there and like, I'm saying, they be like, oh, I'm like, bro, you got a social security card? They know what, like, You got an iPhone, and then you post every day.
They know who you are.
That's what I'm saying. You post every single day.
If they wanted you, they'd have you.
They not searching for you because they ain't got to.
Right.
You just showed them you was at the mall, at the finish line, getting them J's. They seen it, and you talking about, oh, they watching me. No, brother, you're sending it to them.
Putting on the show.
No, that's why I ain't never like, come on, man. Like, that's not, it's like, them not the people they watching. They just not watching you.
Yeah.
They watching LeBron. Because why that dude 40 years old still looking like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's who they like.
No scandals.
That's who they watching.
Not
they watching
an illegitimate child, not an affair, not nothing.
They watching homeboy for KC, how he throw the football like that. How he done Patrick Mahomes. That's who they watching. They like, okay, hold on, this. I'm sorry, Jerry.
He's starting something.
I'm sorry, Jerry at Sitgo.
Mm-hmm.
They can't run a 10-minute mile. They not watching you, brother. You're good. They're not finna come knocking on the door.
Right.
And if it is, it's because you ain't pay something.
Right.
That's it.
I think we can get into the Am I the A-hole segment now. All right. This week's Am I the A-hole question says, am I the a-hole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she literally told me she would cheat on me if I took a new job? The context. He says, I know this is going to come across as first world problems. I am currently at a job where I earn about $250,000 a year. First of all, that's
y'all hiring?
Right. What, brother? What? He says, I have an opportunity for a job where I will get $640,000 a year. The caveat being that the new job is overseas. I will be gone for 4 months at a time instead of 4 weeks at a time. My girlfriend is unhappy. She says that she doesn't want me gone for that long, that she will get lonely. I tried to explain that I will only be doing this job for 1 or 2 years, and that the money the money I make sets us up for a bright future. My bad. Cracks on my screen. I can pay off all our debts. We can buy a house. We can travel on our off time. She then said that she doesn't care about any of that, and that if I'm gone for that long, she might need company. I didn't understand at first, and I said that we could get the dog she always wanted to get. She said she meant human company. I said that she had lots of company at work and at school, and she was welcome to use our place to socialize all she wanted. She then spelled it out because I was stupid to think she was a decent human. Oh, wow. She said that she wasn't going to go for months without sex.
I mean, I already got an answer.
I said I completely understood and I broke up with her. She is going crazy right now. She is at her sister's house and calling me and texting constantly. She says that I misunderstood and that she would never cheat on me. Like I said, I'm gone for a month at a time now, so I'm pretty sure she's been lonely before. I can't trust her, and I'm not going to try and build a future with someone who can't think about plans. Am I the a-hole?
No, but yeah. But I'm going to stick with no.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, in that whole thing, if you make, all right, and I'm a firm believer in, like, couples should still be their own people.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, like, he says she going to school and working. Cool, but if you making 640 bands a year, how come the conversation would never come with me?
Right.
That's
not
like,
working.
That's like the shit.
Why are you having her work at you making $240,000 a year? Mind you, that might be what she wants to do.
Exactly, but I'm saying, like, if you feel so strongly that, like, you can't, like, you don't want to be gone that long, and then you feel so strongly like the setup is cool, I would be like, at least the conversation can be had, like, okay.
And you make enough money to have a house in either location, right?
In both locations.
Right.
And so I'm saying, like, you saying it's only 4 months? It's 4 months at a time, and you're going to do it 1 or 2 times a year. I'm pretty sure she can go on like you can find some hybrid school. I mean, depending on obviously school, but like so. He the a-hole for not having the full conversation, but I mean, I can't blame him for walking away. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, because human company, like,
what you
can't,
and yeah, you can't say that
after I've already been
gone. That's what I'm saying. It'd have been different if he was just like staying, like his job was at the house the whole time, and then she said, "Well, if you gone, then I'm gonna be lonely." It's like, okay, I've been here.
Right.
So, but
how long it take you to get lonely?
That's why.
Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
That's so sad. Like that's why. So he not. I can't say he a-hole for the breakup.
You're not the a-hole, brother. For the initial.
Ultimately, you're not the a-hole. Yeah. I think y'all both a little stupid for not talking about the hundreds coming. Yeah. That's so. I don't think so though, because that's crazy. I don't react the same way. That's crazy. I get lonely, and I've been leaving already.
So what you telling me?
You've been lonely,
right?
All right. Yeah, man. Let's go our separate ways.
Right. And that was this week's Am I the A-hole segment. So the 27th club. What inspired that? Like that whole? Because it was really a movement. It wasn't like just one particular thing.
Well, it was like I said, I was so I had moved from Orlando to Jacksonville. I was with this girl. Let me start off. I mean, she probably ain't finna see it, but I ain't got nothing bad to say. I'm not the type. I don't be trying to really talk down on people like that. But went through a rough breakup, and I was the type of person at the time that I felt like, okay, I done been through X, Y, and Z. I'm good with like quote unquote grief or like being upset about something. So I went into it thinking like, going through a breakup ain't gonna do nothing to me, because like I done been through worse stuff. Right. Wrong. So I took it real hard, and I remember I was tripping. And I was sitting in my house in Jacksonville, and I finally me and the person finally just stopped speaking. Like I cut off all communication, which was like it was tough for me to do at the time. And so I was like, man, how do I deal with this?
Like keep yourself busy.
Yeah. So it is funny, like kind of what we was talking about the social media situation. But like when that the whole thing, I was posting everything sad, all that, and it's like kind of on the opposite. Like I don't feel like I should have been doing that. So I remember I like the day I was like we stopped speaking. I told myself, and shout out my mom. My mama told me, when you going through stuff, you don't feel like doing something, you gotta just make yourself a robot. You gotta put yourself in a routine and get back right. So I was like, man, I like deleted everything sad. I was like people was hitting me like, oh, you good? Like what happened? I didn't respond to none of that. I deleted everything sad, and I remember I had to really make myself be like, all right, I gotta start over. I had tweeted, I want a hamburger. And that was the first thing I said that was not based on the relationship. And I was like, I want a hamburger. So I was like, no matter what, I just gotta keep going. So I was like, I had texted Greg, Chris, and a couple other people, and I was like, hey, me and so-and-so broke up. I don't want to talk about it. Let's make music. And then they was like, okay. So I was like, cool. So I started making little ideas. And I mean, I read a lot of comics. I watch anime and stuff like that. So I was like, at first, it's funny because I was like, oh, I want to make music. But at first I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a comic. Okay. So I started writing the 27th Club. I still got Notebook as a comic. I didn't intend for it to be music at first. Right. It was just going to be a comic. And then I was like, yeah. I was writing characters and thinking of stuff, so then I was still talking about ideas. And so I had then, I was like, you know what? Actually, it would be cool if it was animated. So I was like, but that's expensive. I started looking into how much it is, and that's tough to do. So I was like, well, maybe a short film. So then I started toying with that idea, and so people's like, yeah, we can do it. So it started kind of calling on people, and what was crazy is that I didn't tell nobody what it was. So like people was just signing on because I was like, hey man, like I ain't got no money, but like I want to make something cool. And it was like I was talking to people that videographers, directors, and all that. So then people like I think that's what like I guess the humility of it. Like a lot of people be trying to make themselves like the biggest part. Like obviously it was my idea, but I was like there to soak up and learn. So I was just like, hey, like this is kind of what I want to do. And so
how do we do it?
Yeah, and so like it was like I said, I kind of understand the music aspect a little bit, but this is a world that I like to view, I like to look at it, but I don't necessarily know it. Yeah. So like show me. So it was a lot of that, and everyone was really cool because I think we was all in that perspective, like we just want to make something, like we want to do something cool, and so it was no egos with nothing, and I think that's like something really hard to find, especially like at our ages and stuff. We was just literally like, you got an idea? Let's try this. Let's try that. And it was, it was big. And it was like, it was all, and the whole film was just based off of like, kind of my mental state. And I think I had found out, or like learned in that point, like, I don't necessarily believe we change because we want to. I think we change because we got to. Right. And like, it's a necessity. And I felt, and that really resonated to me because it was like, man, the easy thing is to fall back into my habits, to be the person I was and kind of continue, but like, that's not finna like save me. That's not finna make stuff right. So I gotta make changes. It may be changes I don't even necessarily like, but they're necessary. So it pushed me in that direction. And that was the message. That was like the ultimate message. It was really, kind of avant-garde in a way, but that was like my message, or at least for me. And then that's what also it was. It was very much like I'm a person like I'll sit and like just think about something all day. Like I'll have a conversation with somebody and just replay it. Just keep thinking and keep thinking.
Thinking about things you could have said.
Yeah, or just even like dang, like how did this person take what I said here?
Yeah.
Or like how did I take it? And I just think about it. So it was kind of a way, and I always say that I like things in different mediums. So like I listen to a lot of music, I watch a lot of movies, I read, like all of these different things, and it's like I resonate with each one kind of in a different way. It can be the same message, similar message, but it may resonate in a different way. Right. So that was kind of my approach to like making the album and the film and the documentaries, because like in all honesty, it is all the exact same message, but they're all presented kind of maybe a little bit differently. So it's like somebody may interpret something different. Right. And that's like, that was probably like the coolest thing for me. So
it's art.
Yeah.
Not everybody has the same perspective. We could all be looking at the same object and think something totally different.
Yeah. And that was like, I think that, and one thing is nobody got caught up in like a dollar sign or recognition. Like it just became like, this is cool, we want to do this. And I think one of the things that stay with me is like, I mean, I feel like people be like, oh, I'm sure you start making music, make a movie, whatever, and you see $100,000 check, that's life changing. You be like, what? Like crazy. Yeah. But I feel like even in time, like that'll go away because you can spend it, whatever, lose it. Right. But the one thing, and I on everything I love, I still have it on my phone. I remember I was like, it was shortly after the film, like, on social media, like asking people about it and stuff. And this girl, I'm not gonna say her name, like not just because I don't know if she won't me to, but she had messaged me and told me, I still have a screenshot to this day. She said, your art is necessary. And that was like more than any dollar sign or like anything. And it was because like the project came from such a like, I guess, vulnerable space for me. Like it was some real life shit in there that like I had went through, and it didn't sit well with me, like in terms of like in the real aspect. Yeah. And it's like some people, I could tell some people appreciated it, but then on the other hand, it was some people that it was just cool right then. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cool show this week that, oh, I really like this right now, but then you walk away from it, you forget it. But she really hit me and was like, don't stop because your art is necessary. Yeah. Like, it's needed. Like, this is something. And that was like, that is one of the, like, that stayed with me since. Like, understanding that, like, we, like, that humanity and kind of the humility of it and, like, being in rough places is necessary. because it's one person that's gonna be like, I was there. Like,
Right.
I felt that.
What you did was low key on some like Kid Cudi type stuff.
Yeah. I was one of the biggest inspirations was Childish Gambino. He had a short film called Clapping for the Wrong Reasons.
Yeah.
I used to watch that like, bro, I'm not lying. At one point, I was watching like 4 times a day, like just constantly, because I was just like, it was abstract, it was cool, and it was like almost every time I could find a new meaning or like something else.
Not a lot of people know he did stand up too.
Yeah, and like that's the thing is like, and that's someone that worked in so many different mediums, and so you start like absorbing stuff in different ways.
Yeah,
and so that really, like I said, and I think that's even still now, like, cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to make a bunch of money off of it, but tell me like. And I tell everybody, it's cool to create something that you like, and then if somebody else goes like, I felt that. Like,
right.
I was in that place before. And it's like, because it's times where you think about it, you be like, dang, I don't feel like nobody understands this. Right? And then when somebody's like, no, I was there. Like, maybe not with you, but like, I went through that same thing. Or I felt, you be like, dang, that's crazy.
That's what I told you. I still listen to that album to this day because a lot of it resonates.
Yeah. Like,
it's not even just how I was feeling at the time. It could be me finding something different about how I feel now about something.
Bro, that is so ironic you say that, because I don't be listening to my own music like that. Like, I will, but and even that album, actually specifically, because I remember I was telling Greg about it, like, it was a couple years ago. I was like, I can hear, like, when I listen to it, I can hear how panicked and, like, I was everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't have no structure. I was just kind of like, I was like a ticking time bomb. And it was like, one bad thing could put me in the worst place. But I was just like, that was like the thing that was tethering me. And so I actually was listening to it today. It's still crazy. And like I said, I don't ever really listen to it. So, and I was listening to like the last song, and it kind of messed with me, because like, it's some people that, I was very close with, but I'm not no more. Like, I don't even speak to.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like on one level, people start being like, fuck, I don't care like that. But no, I'm not like that.
Right.
Like, I'm like, bro, the whole thing being a crybaby. Like, bro, I like, it's plenty of people that for whatever reason or not, like, we not in contact or we not close no more. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
Like, that shit bothers me to this day. Like, and I don't think that it's gonna be like something that I'd be like, oh nah, never mind. I don't care no more. It's just I may learn how to tolerate it better. But
right.
like, that shit is like, and so I was like listening to it, and it was like part of the song. I was like, I remember writing it, thinking like, like almost. We always look at like the breakups or losses, or where people stop rocking with it for whatever reason, and we be quick to be like, fuck them, or like hate on them.
Yeah.
And I think that I was definitely like, I was like, oh no, like, you ain't on this side, you're on that side, and it's, what it is.
Yeah.
But I got to one point where I was like, okay, like, I don't even really feel like that. Like, that's how it make me feel better, but that's not how I really feel.
Right.
And so I ended up writing a song from the aspect of being like, you don't need me no more. And it's like, that hurts, but I'm happy. If you got into a place where you don't need me and you're better because of it, even if it ain't necessarily what I want, I gotta be happy for it. And I remember, like, the thing is, like, I was like, I hope you never need me. And it's like, I'm cool with that. I hope that you walk away from it and you don't never turn around. And it's not to be like on some hating or like, I don't want you to. It's that I hope that it simply was it's better. It's better for you.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's something that, like, I got criticism about that time, but like, that's something that I think that I really learned at the moment, and I stick with. Like, literally today, I was thinking about that. I was like, there's some people, I'm like, damn, man, like, I can't even hit these people up. I can't even call them. I can't, the people I talk to every day.
You don't know what's going on.
Don't know what's going on. Don't know if they safe. Don't know, and it's like, the shit hurt, but at the end of the day, I hope you never need me. And it's not on some like, yeah, you, like, I'm better, but no, so I just really hope that things is good enough that you can just, like, you can keep going. Life. Yeah, and you ain't got to look back.
We go ahead and get into the guest in charge segment. All right, first one.
So I gotta go with like assault, but I'm gonna say this breaking and entering.
Okay.
And possession.
Alright.
Hey.
Possession of cocaine.
Hey.
2, possession of controlled substance without prescription. And 2, possession of paraphernalia.
I knew possession was in there. I knew.
Yeah, because she was looking kind of rough.
That's what I'm saying. She looked rough.
Alright, next one. I ain't gonna lie, she looks scary.
Driving under the influence and
I can see it.
It's either driving under the influence or like a revoked license.
Driving with a revoked license?
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay.
Bro, I swear I was gonna say theft.
Petty theft and possession of cocaine.
That ain't matched the
The sugar is crazy.
And looking that angry?
Yeah, she was looking at angry because she probably just got it
and they got hurt.
Smoking, yeah. Alright, next one. That boy looks sad.
See, and I feel like something, but
why'd you cry?
That gotta be DUI.
Criminal mischief, damaged property, $200 or less, aggravated stalking, driving under the influence.
I knew it.
Illegal immigrant/alien.
Oh.
Boy, you ain't even supposed to be over here. Why you outside cutting up?
Dang, I'm gonna be real. If my dog didn't have the stalking and the DUI, I'd have said free him. Them two, like I can't say free my dog because like them is crazy. You could have killed somebody and then who you stalking, buddy? That's some.
Yeah,
you tripping.
Some weird
but if
stuff.
the illegal and then the mischief, the property damage, that could have been some like, so that could have been none. I would have said free, but she was on some weird stuff. So
yeah,
you got to sit down for a minute.
You finna send that boy right back over that water.
Hey, finna get him gone.
All right, next one. I had a hard time if they didn't have the dang male or female on there.
Some with meth.
Methamphetamine.
Because no teeth. Ain't got no teeth, I can tell.
Gums is touching.
Yup.
Oh, Jesus. A few of them. 1, 2, 3 violation of probation, 1 possession of substance without prescription, 1 possession of paraphernalia, 1 driving with license canceled, suspended, or
Buddy was just trying to go. He wasn't even like. You violated 3 times. Yeah, but I can't even like.
I think he violated 3 times with those 3 new charges. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, you're right. But come on, dog.
Yeah, you already on probation.
That's what I'm saying. You're on probation. What you?
And I'm pretty sure you knew your license was suspended.
He on probation. There you go. Like you on probation.
All right, last one. Oh, whatever he did it.
That's crazy. Resisting arrest.
With or without violence.
Without.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go out on a tangent. Hit and run.
Let's see.
Oh, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Strike, domestic battery by strangulation, and false imprisonment. Yeah. I don't even know why he got a bond.
You cooked. You're cooked. Damn. That's crazy.
And 9 times out of 10, it was with a female because false imprisonment, you wasn't trying to let them leave.
Yeah. And plus the domestic. Dang. Come on, we can't be doing that.
Well, but what I found out about domestic, that word domestic, it just means that they live together. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're in a relationship.
Oh, I thought it was a relationship.
Yeah, I thought that too for a while. Until I seen the charge for somebody and then ended up seeing like the arrest affidavit and seeing the situation and that they wasn't in a relationship or nothing. It was just two roommates.
Oh, damn.
But it still said domestic battery.
I know that. Yeah, come on, bro. That's what we gotta. Bro, we old, man. We don't need to be fighting. We don't need to be putting our hands on nobody.
Especially no females.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just talk. And if you can't just talk, leave.
Well, that was this week's Guess the Charge segment.
I got like 2 on them. I think I got like 2 on them.
Yeah.
I did decent.
It wasn't too bad. I done had some outlandish guesses. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was trying to be like, all right.
But at the same time, you can't really put nothing past nobody.
Bro. That's, you really can't.
Because I done also had ones that look like they might not have been into nothing.
And it'd be
I had one, I think it was either the very last episode or the episode before that. My guy had 113 charges. I think like 97 of them was possession of ammunition or a firearm by a convicted felon.
Yeah, buddy, they ain't even finna take him to the courthouse. They just finna throw him in jail and be like, we'll call you.
Yeah, he up out of that.
He ain't finna have no trial. They ain't even finna, they finna be like, hey, yeah, bro, just go sit over there. He be like, well, how long I got? Hey, sit your ass over there, and we'll talk to you later.
We'll be over there in a minute.
We'll talk to you later. I don't get no judge, bro, you lucky we don't put you under this thing.
So what's the plans for the future?
So I'm like, the problem with me is I'll just be like, I'm gonna do something and just do it. So I've been making rugs lately.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, because
it look tough.
Yeah, I just got bored and I was just like, oh, let me learn how to do that.
And so you making those to sell them now?
Yeah, just like I said, I literally seen like half of a video and was like, I can do this, and then started doing that. But I haven't made music in a while, so I was talking to Greg, some homies. I want to start getting back into that, and like, I don't know, I want to try something different. So I'm trying to like, I don't know, I want to make like I guess for lack of better wording, like an ecosystem. I want something that between like all the stuff I do, like the music, the rug stuff, like I want to learn like the design, some things. I just want it all to kind of exist
together.
Yeah, so I'm trying to work on like some ideas with that. We're in the early stages of working on a project as far as music goes.
Okay.
So definitely gonna be trying to do that. You know, maybe another film or something coming down the pipes.
Yeah.
Get right with that. You know, Chris and them, the people Chris respective.
They do their thing.
Yeah, man.
Boy.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. They record and film with everybody.
That's what I mean.
They be everywhere.
But that's hard work. That's just a testament. Like,
yeah,
people that like, you can't tell like Chris, Simon, Hunter, and you can't tell them no. And I mean that in like the best way possible.
Yeah.
Like, they gonna
figure
scratch whatever they gotta do to get to that next step.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's perseverance, man. They done climbed so many hurdles. I just talked to Chris not that long ago. They done climbed so many hurdles.
Yeah, I talked to him too when he was in New York.
Yeah, just constantly moving forward.
Right.
It's just like,
it's crazy. Boy, all the time, I'm proud of him, boy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And it's like, I got another homeboy, named Jeff. He just, he in Knoxville. He opened a pizza shop.
Okay.
Bro.
That's different.
It's so crazy because, I mean, I grew up across the street, lived across the street since she was about like 5, 6 years old, whatever. Yeah. I remember he'd be calling me, he moved there. He had like the most, like, when I say unfortunate, like he was working at a pizza shop. Doing everything. I used to see dude, he be taking out the employees, going skating, all this stuff, just like being real cool. And he was like, you know what, I think I want to open my own shop. And he just kind of like, he told me that, and I'm like, yeah, you could do it, because I mean, I do believe in him. But
so he was pretty much doing all that as just like a manager type.
Yeah, and then he was like, no, I want to do like my own, own my own. And I was like,
yeah.
I believe you. bro, he called my pops because like him and my dad is real close, and he was like, "No, like, I'm for real finna do this."
Yeah.
Man, I remember he called me like, "Hey man, I just put like every dollar I have into this."
Yeah.
He's like, "This is everything," and I'm like, "Hey, you gonna make it?" That dude doing so good, man. The thing it's called Baker Boy Pizza.
Okay.
He been open for I think 2 weeks ago was a year, and like, bro, it's killing it. Like he like one of the biggest things in Knoxville.
That's
like right now, and it's like he came from Florida just set up shop and was like, I'm finna do this.
Yeah.
And I tell him all the time, he the most impressive thing to come from the city because like, bro, how many times do people leave and say they're gonna do something or say they're gonna do something and don't do it?
Right.
And when I say like,
he did it.
Mm-hmm. And like not did it like kind of like. I'm saying like knocked it out of the park. He was telling like
no business.
Yeah, I call him and he called me. At one point he was like, "Yeah, bro, like we gotta close the shop on this day. We ran out of food. Everybody done bought everything. Like we ain't got.
We don't have nothing to sell.
We ain't got nothing to sell, so I gotta close early."
Crazy.
I'm like, bro, that's a good problem to
have.
have.
Yeah.
And I mean, like when I say
you could have too much food going to waste.
Exactly. When I say, like you know, from afar, I watched Buddy be like, you know, he was having issues getting building permits, all this stuff. So, you know, some people are like, said that bro went and rented a little pop-up space by himself and just like he got these things like foot-long cheese sticks.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And it's like,
Jesus.
So he just was like, you know what, I'm going to do a little pop-up shop and I'm finna do that.
Yeah.
He, you know, stuff was taking long. He worked at a brewery while he just like truly hustling.
Yeah.
I tell you, bro, I probably the same thing. I call him all the time, like, bro, I let you know I can't be more proud of nobody than you, bro. You really stand on it.
Literally.
You really done, like, came far.
Yeah, I tell niggas that all the time, like, just from knowing where he came from and seeing the growth, like, when I met this man, he was making videos in Mr. Cardino's TV production class. And now he's doing what he's doing, filming all over the world.
Yeah, who he just
man got all kind of drones and stuff.
Who is he just filming? I was just looking at it. It was Cardi, something. I mean,
he
just
every time Cardi,
Kanye,
Uzi, Kanye.
If they, actually it's crazy. It was Wayne. Because it was right before I pulled up. I was like looking at it.
They was in the room when what's her name? She got the podcast. Her name is on the tip of my tongue. She interviewed Shaq, and they were
Bobby, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but they everywhere, and like I said, that's like they was always finna do that, and I got to see it firsthand when we was doing the 27 Club. Like,
right.
Like, bro, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I wrote the idea for that in like 30 minutes on Mig's couch. Bro, I was sleeping on Mig's couch, bro. He was like, "Hey, bro, we gotta have like." I didn't know what he was doing, so he like, "Bro, you gotta have this." I'm like, "I gotta do that right now." It's videos of him like recording me like writing the script and stuff on his couch, and so like even
they have like little clips of that in the documentary.
Yes, so even stuff like I was seeing. Like I was able to see it like firsthand. It's like, you know, there's so many people that don't know him or know them that be like, "Oh, man, that's crazy." But it's like, nah, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
Because I was like I was seeing like a vision before of where he at now before it was even there. Like he was really just like on the ball, like, "Hey, we gotta have this, we gotta do this, we gotta do this." So it's crazy.
And he stuck with it
and just working, truly working.
What that boy Greg doing now?
Hey, you know Greg, that boy be working. You know, we be hooping and stuff. He still be making beats.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so he just sent me some crazy stuff. And that's what like that right, he don't never let me like every time he like, "Bro, you need to make something."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. So he really been on me. He been really loving up too. Cause he was working a whole bunch, but he been making some real crazy stuff. I be trying to tell people, and he don't be like putting out. That's like the most talented dude I know.
Yeah,
that dude.
And he don't give himself enough credit,
bro. He be doing crazy stuff. Yeah, and I be like, bro, you like. It's been times like he'll be like, "Oh, you know, I made this beat." It's like it be some crazy shit I ever heard. Like I remember it was just at my house, just making stuff, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I came up with this idea." And I'm like, damn, like, how did you even think of this?
Yeah.
Like, literally everything. And it's like, that's the other thing that'd be so funny. I'd be like people are like, oh, your music cool. I'd be like, bro, I don't even, like, on no funny shit. My music is like, I be feel like 10% me, 90% everybody else. Like,
yeah.
But Greg, when I say, like, so much of it, I'll have, like, this outline I did, and Greg would be like, all right, bro, we got it. Like, you got to do this, and it worked.
Yeah.
Like, matter of fact, when we was doing the album, so, like, we was doing the album while we was doing the film, all that stuff. So, but me and him, like, we'll work on a little bit separate. I'll be, like, recording stuff and sending it to him. So, like, we was finishing, like, the end of it. So I was sending them the sessions and whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, and I'm the worst. I'm the absolute worst because I don't know how to describe stuff like, you know, like an effective way. I'm like, hey, man, this need to sound big.
Right.
But for whatever reason, he just be understanding me. So I'm like, yeah, man, I want this song to be like crazy. Like, he's like, oh, okay, bro. He's like, dang, I got this crazy idea. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I know like the heights in which I want this to go, like how hard this can be to me. And so like I send him like, and that was the thing. I'll record like 3 versions of the song. I'll send it to him, and he just like, he made some shit, and I was like, I couldn't have thought of that.
So really, you just the words,
like that, bro.
That
so
point,
many times it just feel like, bro, I'll just be doing the words, and he'd be like, oh, like that shit was time. I'm like, nigga, I just said some words, right? He's like,
you put everything else.
Yeah, and then like,
that's what's up.
I mean, like, people don't understand, bro. I was making music before Greg, but my music got good because of Greg. Really, like, I mean, I can say clearly I got ideas and stuff, but dude is just a genius. Like, I mean, he gonna say he don't, but he play the piano, he can play guitar, he can.
That's what I was gonna ask, if you were ever thinking about like implementing live instruments in your music.
Yeah, we did. We had did a little bit of live stuff because my cousin got a band, Dirty Apples, and then we did some stuff for them. It's tough. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm the tough part to work with. I just be like everywhere. Like, I'll have times like where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm super, like, oh, I'm making music, and then they'll be like, then I just stop and they'll be like, oh, right, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. Yeah. So it be me that make it difficult. Yeah. But we definitely, like, that's something he's always like. We've done some live stuff.
It's good that you acknowledge that.
Yeah. So he, like, if nothing else, and then I got some other homies, like the ones I met over in Orlando. Yeah. That now, like, right now they really, between them and Greg, they really trying to hold me like, hey, no, bro, you
need to do something.
Yeah, you gotta sit. And I'm like, no, I want to. They're like, okay, it's cool to want to, but now you gotta do it.
Right.
So we really been on, I'm getting back on it.
That's what's up. All right, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. That was another episode of Likkle Table. I want to give thanks to my guests. Jumping in again, brother.
Hey, fam is always good.
I appreciate it.
You killing the dog. Yeah. Hey, this is motivation. I probably wouldn't even be getting back on music and stuff if I wasn't, seeing you level up constantly. So, keep doing what you're doing. You got it going.
Definitely try. And I appreciate all of my viewers, my listeners, and supporters. If you're watching the video on YouTube and like what you saw, make sure you drop the like on the video, post comments, get involved with all of the segments, the Would You Rather, Am I the A-Hole, the Guess the Charges, ask me any questions, and they'll be answered on later episodes. Make sure you share the video with your loved ones, your friends and family, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are currently at 72 subscribers, and everything is appreciative. We almost at that first 100.
Once you hit 100, I'm dropping something.
Okay.
So listen, not on camera, so I can't even go back on it.
Yeah.
So once you hit that 100, we dropping something. We
need to get that. All right.
Yeah.
And for all of my listeners on any of the other streaming services, an example, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or Apple Podcasts, or any of the other ones that'll be listed, make sure y'all drop ratings and comments so I can know what you guys think as well. And this is your host, your favorite neighborhood roster, and I'm up out of here. Peace and blessings.
For sure, y'all. Be easy.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
My oldest, she just turned 5 in September. My second daughter, Monty, she's the one I'm always posting and everything. Yeah. She just turned 2 on the 1st of July. And then my son, Tahir, he's the baby. He just turned 1 on the 8th of July.
You got to pull house. You got to really... Really,
Yeah.
Pops.
Yeah. I waited a little bit until I had them, but it was like once I started, it was like
boom, boom, boom. Once you started with one, you couldn't stop.
oh man.
It's like, man, I know it's so many people doing the same shit they was doing who was 15. I'm 31.
Yeah.
And it's like niggas was doing the same thing. Like they still doing the same shit to hit the club. And I'm like, bro.
You still know where to find them, when to find them.
Bro, and like I ain't gotta hit nobody. I'd be like, oh, if I pull it right here, this is where it's gonna be. And I'm like, this ain't got old.
That's why I don't even go outside no more. Like, if I'm not going to see my kids, going to work, or doing something that has to do with my podcast or shopping, I'm in the house.
And I know, like, I guess people be looking at me because one thing I'll be like, I love to go eat, so I go like.
Oh yeah, I'll spend my last on some food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I guess some people probably look at me crazy for that, but like, I don't know, bro. I just can't imagine.
I'd rather do that than spend my last on some liquor.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even drink, so like that's
right.
even. And like I just.
Why? Y'all better take advantage of that time, that free time. You could just get up and go. All right. Not having to worry about a whole nother human being.
Feed and all that shit. Bro, I be saying that. I be like, I mean, you know, like I got homies for kids. I'm like, bro, I be forgetting to feed myself.
Yeah.
I'm finna remember that.
Exactly.
Like that shit is crazy. That's what be like. That's what I be scared of. Is like, man, which I know your mindset definitely changed, but I be like, I just be going so fast. Like I, work here, this, and I be like, damn, I ain't ate all day. Or, damn, I ain't do this. And it's like, you got alone.
I can say having kids definitely slowed me down. Because I was like that beforehand. Like, right before I started having my kids, I was probably the smallest I ever was, weight-wise, because I wasn't eating like that.
Yeah.
Like, I was just going, working, coming home, smoking, outside. And then once I had them, it was like a reality check. Like, it was like, boy, I gotta get myself together. Can't be doing the same stuff. And by taking care of them, I'm taking care of myself at the same time.
Beach, doing all types.
Amusement park or something.
That's me, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
something adventurous.
my homeboys talking about, hey, you know, I'm like, hey, let's hit Universal. Let's go
Right.
go do some. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, but I love me some Universal.
Bro,
I walk straight to the back to Harry Potter World every time.
that's like one of the, I ain't gonna, like, that's one of the best selling points about living in Orlando. Is like, I mean, the traffic is terrible.
Yeah.
But like,
you around everything.
Yeah.
The traffic is like literally one of the big no's for me, because I was just in Orlando last weekend, the weekend that just passed for
Classic.
Nah, it just so happened to be Classic weekend. I was there for one of my homies' birthdays.
Yeah.
But you know, everything is still in Orlando for the most part. So we went to Icon Park, bro. It took us from Davenport to International Drive. It took 56 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's like, it's yeah. I can't even say that. And that just be how, like, it be some days like it's just that.
And I know a lot of that is probably, like I said, because it was Classic weekend. However, that little area is still like Universal, SeaWorld, the exit to Disney.
Yeah, that's what killed us. I'm
Yeah.
being real with you. That's that Disney traffic, like that right there. And I be telling people like, oh, you can go at certain times. That Disney nonsense, it don't really matter.
No.
It really don't
If
matter.
the park is open, it's traffic.
Literally, dog. I moved to Jacksonville. That's worse than Daytona.
Now, when you say worse than Daytona, like, do you mean like having nothing to do?
Everything, like
crime.
Bro, that shit right there. Hey,
What part of Jacksonville did you move to?
listen, I stay by the way.
Okay.
You
You were smart.
Yeah, but bro, I ain't never. So look, I was like, I was in Orlando. I graduated college. I was like, all right, I'm finna deal. I'm sick of the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
I come back here and then I find a job. I found a job in like St. Augustine, Jacksonville area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, cool. So at first, I'm driving back and forth every day from Daytona, from South Daytona to like St. Augustine. So it was really about an hour, an hour solid, like every single day. Bro, I was like, man, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm running out of gas. I was working at a Nike, so it was like I'll get off. If I have to close, I'll get off there like 10, 11. I'm not getting home till like. So then it's like I can't like food stuff, clothes. I'm tired, like so. There's like I ain't doing nothing. Exactly. And then if I gotta go in the morning, it's like I'm waking up crazy every day. So I was like, you know what? I gotta find a place. So I'm looking. I ended up finding a place in Jacksonville. It was like 20, 30 minutes from the job, and I was like, you know what? Bet I'm gonna do this. And then this is where I messed up. So I had went. My mama had told me, she was like, oh, you should look over here. Like I told her, I was like, I need you to help me try to find a place because I just be busy. She was like, all right. So she was like, look over here. So I think I had got off early one day and I went to where the spot was and I looked around and I was like, oh, this is a nice area. Like everything, like it got like a nice little, like this thing called the town center. It's like all nice shots, all this shit. Then I was like,
some places where some town centers be wild.
Yeah, exactly, right? So that's why I went there, and I was like, nah, this like bougie type. And then I stayed by like the beach, so it was like the beach side there where I was at is the equivalent of like Ormond beach side, so like nice, nice. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's cool. So I was quick. I was like, oh, I'm getting this. But I didn't tell my pops and them. My dad had called me. He was like, oh, I was like, hey, I'll move. He was like, oh, all right. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be back. But like, yeah, I got a place. So I was like, cool. So I ain't know nobody there. So I was like, just chilling. I had a couple of friends like that I work with. Yeah. So then one day I was like, oh, I want a seafood. And I had seen like on Instagram something, a seafood spot. And I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm gonna go there. First off, Jacksonville, the biggest city in the U.S., like square miles. And I ain't really think about that. So I put a place in. It's just like an hour. It's like and there's no traffic, mind you. Oh shit. And no traffic, mind you. Yeah. It's like an hour away. And it's still in Jacksonville. Right. So I'm like, I'm driving. So I hit a bridge. I'm not knowing you ain't really supposed to go over the bridge like that. Yeah. Right, I get there.
That where it gets wicked at.
Yeah, so I'm like, and it's on the north side. So I'm like, I think it was on the north side, I think. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm driving around. And like, you know, I noticed, I'm like, I'm in the hood. But I was like, you know, it is what it is. No big deal. Right. But it's like getting dark. It's not dark, it's like the sun setting. So I'm driving. Next thing I see like a dead dog in the street, right? Oh, so I'm like, you know what? It happened. Bro, I see like 20 of them. Like, I'm just driving. They everywhere. And I said,
oh, so somebody's doing this on purpose.
There you go. That's what I'm like.
It's not an accident.
So I'm driving. I'm like, whoa. And now I'm like, you know how you see something but you don't really register? Now I'm looking. All the buildings like abandoned or like they broke into. They got jail bars on it. All of them. Like every building. I'm talking the churches. Every single one. So I'm like.
And the restaurant that you're driving to is in the same.
Yes, bro. So like you know how Apple like they'll be telling you like, oh, in 0.7 miles turn here, your destination. So I'm getting closer. I'm like, bro, please tell me this thing like 15 more miles away. It's like at this light, make a left, and you're. I was like, oh damn, bro. I get there, and it's like it's probably like 5, 6 o'clock, but it's like sun's still up.
So it's about to go down.
Yeah, but so. The whole place, I think it was called like 7 Seas or something. The whole place, it got like the front of it is glass. Like it got, like you can see through the front and it's like a laundromat right next to it and it's a counter. It's one person in there and it's like a lady taking the order. So I park, get out. I order my food. Normally if I go, like I eat by myself all the time. So I eat where I'm at. Yeah. And mind you, my house like an hour away from this. Right. I order my food and something is telling me, it's like, Eric, if you stay here, you finna die. I was like, Eric, if you stay here, some bad shit gonna happen. So I said, you know what? I got my food. I got in my car. I drove an hour back and said, I ain't never in my life going back over there. Yeah. And I never stepped foot like ever back on that side. And it was like, then I started hearing crazy. That's when I started paying attention, hearing crazy stuff. And I was like, that Jacksonville, I don't recommend nobody moving to Jacksonville. And if you do, it's like it's a real small park.
Right, or you moving like to Orange Park.
Yeah, like
on the outskirts.
Yeah, you can't like, man. Let's see. I be on Daytona mug shots all day.
I just told my last guest she was like she check it like 3 times a week. I say nah. See, I check it like 3 times a day.
Bro, like, on the ground, I be like, my whole thing. What I do, I go a little while. I'll be like, I'm gonna look until I see somebody I know, and then I'm gonna get off. At first it was like, oh, hee hee ha ha. Then the shit kind of got sad, cause I was like, damn, why you?
Right.
I was like, so then
what's going on?
Yeah, then I was like, oh, this ain't as fun no more, cause like. Before it was like, oh, this person was, it was crazy. Then I started seeing like more of my homies and stuff. I'm like, nigga, you chill out.
All right, go sit down somewhere.
Exactly.